Or did you remember? I don't think I ever told this story to you guys, chat. I've talked about driving in Discord before and how when I was learning to drive, I learnt a manual car. I had driven an automatic car like once. Yeah, once while I was learning to drive. I hated it. It's specifically because of the way the car was designed, but I've only driven manual basically. And ever since learning to drive, getting my own car, having open license, I only drove a manual. Last year, I bought a new car because my old one that I had, my manual car, was, you know, it was very, very old. It was not by any means a flashy car. She was old. She was very good though. I did love her. It was coming up to when she needed servicing again, and there was a lot that needed to be fixed. So I was planning on selling her anyway and getting a new car. However, before the service, no. Yeah, a little bit before the service, there was a funny noise in my wheel that had started happening. So I had booked it in to go get it checked out at the mechanic, right? It was a Friday morning. I'm driving on there, going on my way to the mechanic. And suddenly, there's an explosion sound in the back of my car. And then suddenly, I can't steer straight. And I'm going like 100 kilometers an hour. I think it was 100, maybe it was 80. I can't remember exactly. Something fast like that. I pulled over when I could, as I tried to slow down, because I could not keep my car straight. And I got out barefoot because I hate driving with shoes on, and it had been raining the night before at this point where I'd pulled over, so it was cold. Checked all my wheels, I'm like, no, they look fine. Like, I don't see the problem. I can make it to I was nowhere near the mechanic, by the way. I can definitely make it to the mechanic, no worries. I'll just go really slow. I know that it's 100 zone, but they're gonna have to deal with me going 60. I get back in the car, go back out, and I'm like, no, I can't drive 60. I'll do 40. I still can't keep the car straight. So the next turn off, I go and pull it off into this off-road that goes off into like the bush. And it's like a grinding noise at this point. I call my mother. I'm like, Mother, I don't know what to do here. My back wheel's exploded, or like something's exploded in the back wheel. What do I do? And so she comes pick me up. We call like what was it? You know, like what do we call it in Australia? Like, I don't know if we call it insurance. I think that they organize it to get a tow truck out. I was okay, right? But you'll hear how bad it was further up. So it gets towed to the mechanic over the weekend. I go see them on Monday since they're closed after work because they have to look at it all. And then and then we go speak to the guy in there. And he's like, yeah, your wheel is not on your car. They went to check one wheel to start with. They had no idea what wheel it was. They had no information other than this car can't drive properly. They shook one wheel. It was not attached to my car. And the other wheels, apparently, later on we found out, some of them weren't also attached to the car properly. He's like, because we were going to take it to a dealership to see if I could just like trade it in, like, you know, take the car. He's like, I can't legally let you drive this. You turn a corner, you'll die. And I was like, oh yeah, what happened? I was going like 100 kilometers an hour. The face on this guy when I said that, he's like, how are you alive? How did you could have really died there. That could have been a big crash. And the road that I was on was like risen as well. So there was like a whole ditch. That was something. So I ended up buying a new car. It was automatic. And I've had that for a while now. The thing I was thinking about this week, on my way home yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. An alarm started sounding in my car as I was driving home. Something's wrong with the wheels of this car too. Right, like it's come full circle here. Yeah, but I was fine. I was a little panicked, like it scared me. But I've never really had any problems with driving before. As I'm driving, you know, steering wheel going like all over the place because I'm trying to keep the car straight and not go off the road. I'm like, is this a point in time? Yeah, I was silly, I was. At this point I'm thinking, is this when I put my hazard lights on? Is this when I put it on? I had to have an inner conflict of whether or not, because it's car behind me too, if I had to put my hazard lights on. But I'm good. I was okay. You know, I was like, oh wow, that really was dangerous, but like, I'm just better. I was good, but my new car's great until, you know, it has an alarm telling me something's wrong with the wheels, so I've got to figure out that one. Yeah, I almost died last year. I was gonna tell you guys about it, and I'm like, I think I forgot to actually mention it. And I completely forgot, because when we had that conversation in Discord about like driving automatic cars and manual cars, Made me think of again, and I couldn't remember if I'd told that story before. Yeah, that was my last year. It was great. Almost died. No, yeah, it was great. I almost died. This it was something, but I handled it really well. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're well. You like our car stories of how I almost died. But I'm still here. Your streamer is still here.